And my final question is, I have a friend who's involved in psychology, in the field of psychology, and he deals with patients who have addictions. Addictions like alcohol, drugs, gambling, fornication, porn, and all that stuff. So one day he asked me, he said that he was asking about the forgiveness of Allah. He said, what happens in the situation if a man commits a sin and then he runs back to Allah, but then he commits the same sin, but then he runs back to Allah, and this keeps going on back and forth, and then eventually he stops sinning. Does Allah forgive him? That's my third question.
His third question was about a friend who is a psychiatrist, and he is asking specifically, if a person sins and so often he commits the same sin after repenting, and this happens to all of us, unfortunately. So a person who smokes, he quits smoking for a week, and then he goes back again, and then he quits for a month, repenting, feeling remorse, intending not to go back to it, and all of a sudden after a big fat meal with some Turkish coffee, and he falls weak and lights a cigarette, and then he leaves it. Eventually, he quits. Does Allah Azza wa Jal forgive all of that? The answer is yes. Even if he does not quit, as long as the process is being followed, which is after the sin, he repents, he feels remorse, he intends truly not to go back, he quits it immediately, he's sincere of doing it for the sake of Allah, Allah forgives him. If he falls back and sins again and then repents, Allah forgives him. If he does this 5, 10 gazillion times, Allah is, one of his names is most forgiving, most merciful. Allah is Ghafoor, Ghafir, Ghaffar. All of these are part of his names, beautiful names, which all revolve around forgiveness. So fear not from not being forgiven, inshallah.